we've got the agent panel open on the left and one of our usable internet browsers on the right. So now we want to do the so-called dial in, and we're going to call this number here and we're going to enter this pin. So Americans would just do this with their phone, but we're going to do it with Google Hangouts. So in case you have a Google Hangouts, you have a Google account already, you can just go to Hangouts directly. But for those of you who don't have a Hangouts account or a Google account, you first need to make one. So just go to Google to accounts.google.com, and yeah, because I've already got one, it offers me to sign in. But for you, just find the Create Account button and create an account. Okay, and it's going to offer you the usual stuff right here. Yeah, just fill that out. Click on next step, and it's gonna just lead you through one or two things until you have finally have your account. Once you're done with that, you can just go. Yep, probably gonna receive a confirmation that your account is now set up. After you're finished with that, you can go to hangouts.google.com and let's have a look. So right now I'm not logged in yet. This is in German because my language settings are in German right now. But for you, this button is gonna say sign in. So just search for the blue button with the white writing. And yeah, it's probably gonna offer you the Gmail email you've just created. But yeah, then you have to type in your password. Sign in. Okay, wonderful, and probably can say hi, your name. Yo, so now we're in Google Hangouts, and we can, yeah, calls into the States are free, so we can just call this number. Because I don't want to put in this number manually all the time. So what I've done is I've saved a contact, called it Bernie Dialer, and so I just can click on it and it will automatically dial it. I'm going to show you how to set up the contacts. You're gonna go to contacts.google.com. Because you have a Google account now, you can access all the Google functions. So one of them is Google Contacts. And yeah, on this page, oops, you're gonna try to find the red button on the bottom right corner, add a new contact. We're gonna call it Bernie Dialer, create, and then you just need to put add a phone number. You need to put in the one from the left. And remember, because we're internationals, we need to put a +1 before it for the states. 6157, just like here. Control it. Yeah, all good. And save. Alright, this one has been saved. And now we can basically close this window. We're all done here, and go back to Hangouts. And now, after you've done that one, it will it shows, because I'm doing that so much, but at least when you type in B or Bernie Dialer, it will show you the Bernie Dialer, and you just need to click it to call it. So there's one or two things about Google Hangouts you need to know. So there's the contacts area, the messages area, and the call area. When you want to make calls, you always need to be inside the call area. So the green receiver button has to be green. And you can do that by either clicking directly here or clicking here. But for example, when I go to contacts and I type in Bernie, like it shows me actually the real Bernie Sanders, but not the Bernie Dialer which I want to find. Same thing here when I type, oops, oh yeah, messages, it will always redirect me to contacts, but only when I'm in the call area it will show me the Bernie Dialer contact. So that's important. So let's make our first call. What you're going to hear is a woman's voice, and she's going to ask you to put in your PIN. Sometimes she starts right away with your entry does not match our records. Please enter your PIN and then pound. And so we're just going to enter this 6-digit PIN. And she's really impatient, so if she starts talking, just wait until she stops and go with just start then again. Sometimes you need to do it once or twice, maybe 3 times inside the call.
You are now connected.
If it doesn't work out, just hang up and call again. Try that. But yeah, this time it has worked out, and she has told me you are now connected. And now the agent panel has unlocked itself. So here we are one click away from actually making calls. When I put this one on ready, then it will put me through to callers. I'm just gonna put it quickly back because because I don't want to receive calls right now. Okay, yeah, back to how to manage Google Hangouts. One thing that sometimes happens is that you call Bernie Dialer, you type in your PIN, you type it in again, you hang up, you call again, put it in again, and it still doesn't work out, and you're 110% sure it is the right PIN. Then sometimes what has happened is that on this page it has logged itself out not automatically but accidentally, for example because LiveVox had a slight failure. For example, I mean, this thing is doing 100,000 calls per day, so sometimes it just has a minor mistake. So if it really does not work out here, just return here, make sure you're logged in. Worst case, just press reload, log in again, select your state, and then try it again. Yeah, important to know is that the Bernie dialer, it stays open for the whole time you're making calls. So you do not hang up after each individual call. The hanging up you do in the agent panel. If you do 1.5 hours of calling, Bernie dialer is open for 1.5 hours, and it can just stay here and chug along. It's not gonna cost you a cent. That's all good. Okay. Yeah. And another important thing is, which you may miss, is sometimes it minimizes itself, this window, so then it's down here. And what happens is, oh, you want to call Bernie Dialer, you click on the Bernie Dialer, and seemingly nothing happens. And this is because you've got the Bernie Dialer or a call to another person already open. So when you want to call Bernie Dialer again, just open this one, hang up, and then you'll be able to click on it and it will open the new call again. Okay. You can do this whole process on your phone or tablet using the Google Hangouts app, and I'm going to show you in the next video how to do that if you need to do that. I have Google Hangouts basically all set up, but when it's the first time you're using this, before you can call someone, it's probably going to ask you to like agree to the terms of services. So it's going to have a few lines of text here, and you need to click agree, and then you need to click proceed, and then you click on your first call and it's not going to open up, and around about this area it's going to tell you, oh, we need to install this add-on, and you need to click install, and then in around about this area it's going to ask you to allow the plug-in to be used. And yeah, you just need to click yourself through it, like basically scout where the allow button and the proceed button and the agreed buttons are. Yeah, and now we're really there. Now we can start making calls. So I'm just gonna put the little Bernie PB page here, so I can watch the live map while it's happening. 40,000 calls already today. Yeah, that's how that's how I like it. Then also on Bernie PB, we're just gonna find our state: Delaware, Rhode Island, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and gonna put this this window up here, and we're gonna open the calling script. Also, and yeah, now we've got the calling script open. We've got Bernie PB down here, and we've got the panel open, and that's really all you need. Now we can, this is just one of the volunteers. Okay, now he has logged me out because I haven't clicked on ready for long enough. The reason for this is that when you've got the agent panel open but you don't do anything for a long time, it's actually like it just takes like it makes the system work, but it doesn't actually do calls. So it's baggage to the system, and that's why they want people to close the window, for example, if they go away for longer than 2 minutes. And yeah, so yeah, we're all set up. Script, Burn APB page, and agent panel, and now all you need to do is click ready, and then you can start making calls. And on Burn APB, it will record those calls, and you can basically watch your personal call number and your ranks go up here. One last trick, because for example, I right now half an hour away before Pennsylvania is closing. So after a state closes, you can always move on to a state which is further west. For example, I could switch to Oregon right now because that closes in 3 hours, I think. So you can here you can go to account, change service, and then you can, for example, go down to Oregon, and it asks you, yes, I want to switch to Oregon. And just, yeah, be sure that in this case you get your new script. So all of this, the login credentials, the login, the dial-in, it seems like it's fairly complicated, but really after 1 or 2 days, it really you do it fully automatically, and it takes me about 45 seconds just because I know where to click and all. So yeah, don't bear with the system. It's gonna become much easier within a short time.